They seemed very sterile to me and kind of sad.
I think that elderly people would feel more comfortable in a home environment, so I'm really big on home care.
My feelings are pretty mixed when it comes to that.
It's great for someone of that age because they are struggling with everyday tasks. It's very positive in that regard.
The majority of Canadians have a relative or loved one who will reside in a care home eventually. With this in mind, it's worth asking the question, how could better designed care homes improve elder care?
One of the problems with older care facilities is we're trying to make them into hospitals when they really aren't.
This is Dr. Diana Anderson. She's both an architect and a physician, or as she's come to be known,
They're docitect or archidoct.
To see how design can positively impact the lives of elderly people, one can look to Europe, where designers have long been focusing on who spaces are meant to serve.
I was an architecture student and I traveled overseas to Finland. I came across the Paimio Sanatorium, which is a tuberculosis sanatorium originally and is now a general hospital. It's a World Heritage Site designed by the architect Alvar Aalto. I was used to a lot of the Canadian hospitals that I grew up knowing, that queasy feeling when I walked in, the smells, the sounds. And when I walked into this sanatorium hospital, I actually felt pretty good and I felt uplifted and encouraged. At that time, there were no treatments for tuberculosis, so the building was really a form of treatment.
Using the designed spaces as part of treatment was totally revolutionary, and it changed how designers approach their buildings. One area where this philosophy has been especially resonant is in dementia care.
We know that the things that are beneficial for people living with dementia are things like being social, being active, engaging with other people, being a member of the community and having a purpose.
With this in mind, dementia villages were created where patients could keep their sense of autonomy while benefiting from around-the-clock care. These dementia villages have begun to be built around the world.
Instead of sort of having people in a nursing home setting, the village really opened up the idea of autonomy and freedom of movement and permissive wandering.
And you need to feel like you are participating in your community, that you have a role within there, be it picking up milk for your shared household, which you can do in our general store, which we have set up specifically for that purpose.
So people could have their own little apartment, but then they could go outside to a main street and buy a cup of coffee, even get a beer at a local pub or get your hair done.
These days, a new generation of Canadian designers, architects, and practitioners are setting out to remodel how aging looks in our country.
Is there a way with aging, which is not a disease in my mind, can we integrate older adults into society the way other countries can do? Environment can be such an important component of sort of treatment and support.